Hi everyone, it's another episode of So Good. I'm Richard.
And I'm Abby.
And today we're going to pickle some eggs. We didn't really plan on this episode, but we knew we wanted to pickle some eggs and we didn't want to cook because it's hot. So we're going to do a simple brine recipe that doesn't require being heated up on the stove. It's a cold brine. These eggs are going to go in the refrigerator and they're going to turn out delicious. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about the brine. It's a really easy brine. 1 cup of white vinegar, a half a cup of water, a tablespoon of kosher salt, and 2 teaspoons of regular sugar. And you mix it up really well, obviously until the sugar and the salt are dissolved into the brine. We did a quadruple batch because, like anything I do,
we make a lot.
I bought a whole flat of eggs, and we're going to pickle every bit of these. I want to tell you about all the stuff we have on the table because we have
a lot.
We're not necessarily going to use all this stuff, but we make all sorts of different flavors of pickled eggs.
My favorite's dill.
Dill's great. Dill's good. I like the chipotle and adobo one, so I'm definitely going to make those, and I'm going to make spicy pickled eggs. I have sliced up some onions. I've coarse cut some. I've got some in thin slices. We have a bunch of slivers of garlic. Those are our fresh vegetables.
The red pepper.
We got red pepper. We're going to burn through this.
Dill.
Come on, go for it.
Oregano, pickling spice, chipotle, mild salsa,
Creole seasoning.
peppercorns, beets, which are...
That's for the wife. She loves them with the
my
pickled
mom
beets.
only likes...
They turn out really nice
She's
though.
the only one that likes them. They look pretty.
Jalapenos, dried chilies, some hot sauce. This is a salsa mix, a dry salsa mix that I got in the pickling aisle. So that being said, we're going to take turns packing our jars, and hopefully everything will turn out awesome. Yeah, I'm going to put some sliced onions at the bottom. So I like to pack all the raw vegetables in the bottom. Do a little bit of garlic in there. I'm going to shake some of this spicy salsa stuff in there. I think that'll be really good. I'm going to start packing my eggs. Now I try to pack them pretty tight. Usually oh, not that one. You see that one flying. I've put easily about 3, 6, 9, about a dozen eggs in here. I'll finish it off with some of these dried chilies. They don't really do much for the flavor, but they look nice when you pop them in there, and they're all. And I'm gonna put a little more of this stuff on there. Oh, and that makes me happy. I'm gonna set that aside, and Abby's gonna work on one.
And so first I'm gonna add my onions to the bottom. And then I'm going to add some garlic. And then I'm going to add some of my dill. And then some peppercorns, just a little bit though, to add a little more flavor. The more eggs you can put in, the better it is.
And you should be able to fit a dozen in there anyways.
Yes. But if you have the really big jars, you can fit a lot in there. I'll put a little more dill on the top. And just like 4 of these, just for the look.
Those always look good in there.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna do the one with pickled beets that my wife likes. I'm just gonna pack some coarse cut onions in the bottom, and some garlic, and a few of these. And we're not even gonna need our brine for this. We're gonna pour all this brine in here from all the juice from the pickled beets.
Oh, your fingers.
And that'll pickle them just fine. And the delicious beets.
Hey, tell them it turns pretty.
This. Oh,
Your hands look like cucumbers.
This is not my favorite.
Packing onions in this one, and add some garlic,
Red pepper flakes. Whoa, that's gonna be spicy. Don't be shy. Put a little bit of that in there. Keep going. Okay. Pop your eggs in there.
And then I'm going to...
Here, you can pop in. Hold on, stop. I'll use some of the other eggs for
Save it more.
More. Do it, do it. Alright, you're good on that.
And then some of these.
Those again.
I like them, they're pretty.
And you can pack some more onions on top of there because we gotta get rid of some of these onions. Don't mind me. Like I said, this one wasn't planned. Okay, I'm gonna keep the rest of these onions. Alright, there's that one.
Looking good.
Jalapenos. That, and do the rest of the onions. The rest of the onions. Never go wrong with garlic. Ever. Never. Now with some of these, like the jalapeno ones or the ones with the delicious pickled beets in there, I like to stagger the stuff in there. Kind of makes it more decorative. All eggs need love, right? Alrighty. Yeah. So, instead of using our brine for this one, I'm going to use the juice out of this can. Oh yeah, just kind of. But we're looking good. And I fill it pretty much to the top because we're not processing this or anything. We don't need to make a seal. So now, same thing with this guy. I'm going to use the, oh man, this stuff is so purple. I'm going to use the juice. Notice that I'm doing this over a bowl.
Doesn't it like dye everything?
You know what? If they're in the refrigerator long enough, they will turn purple all the way through. It's really
pretty.
It's really pretty. All right, all of our eggs are packed into jars. We just need to top a few of these off. I'm more than confident that we made too much brine, but I guess too much is better than too little. So we'll probably use that.
And you said in the beginning that we didn't make enough.
When in doubt,
then when you pack it with eggs, you don't need as much.
When in doubt, just make a whole lot. Let's start with this one. I got these over plastic because I don't want to make a big vinegary mess. I'm just topping this one off. Probably to there. I'll top this one off. That's actually pretty good. I know that when I pack that egg down on this one, it'll push up. It'll displace.
Will these be ready?
I recommend letting them sit for a good week. They will last in your refrigerator for years. I'm not even kidding you. We just finished the last one of the pickled eggs with beets, like just a couple of months ago, and it was they were over 2 years old. They'll be fine in your refrigerator because the acidity from the vinegar. I've read lots of tutorials about making them shelf stable, and I really haven't read anything that gives me peace of mind. So I'm not bothering with that because I don't want to poison anybody. Yeah, we're gonna slap some lids on all these bad memories.
That one might.
And that's the other thing too, because we're not processing them, we don't need to leave that space of air in there. We can fill them flush to the top, and that'll help to protect the eggs from, the elements. But like I said, these I've never ever had an issue. They last for literally years in the fridge. Boom.
Well, here they are.
They look delicious. They are ready to go. I would recommend a week in the refrigerator before you open these and start eating them. And if you can hold out even longer, the longer they're in there, I'm seriously, I know you don't want to hear this, we're not cracking these open for at least a month in our house.
It's sad.
It's a lesson in patience, but it pays off. They
taste so good. Not this one.
You saw how easy these were to do. I didn't even have to make a brine for this one or this one. You literally take the stuff right out of the can, add it in there. Even the brine that we made is so ridiculously easy.
So good.
And the only thing I'm at a loss for is usually we eat some of what we make
Can't really do
after
this.
the show.
I have an idea.
So we can tell everybody how good it is. And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
So good.
So good.
So good.